single day, absolutely, no matter what. I've been doing this for a very long time, so this is nothing new to me, but I've just gotten up, made my bed, never really skipped that step. I like my space to look nice and neat. I think it's a reflection of where your mind is at, so I always start there. Just went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and then I'm gonna change up a little bit to get ready for the ice bath, which is the real start to the morning. So not the most fun thing. This is when my mind is typically in a place of reflection and foreshadowing for what's to come. I try and manage stress and just breathe and move, not too fast, not too slow through the morning, but just move regardless. So we're gonna get ready for that and we'll get the day started. A huge part of establishing a routine for yourself to start the day is recognizing that your day cannot start unless some focus has been put towards yourself. Most people wake up at a certain time because they have to get to work, when you should really wake up at a certain time so you can do things that are going to benefit your growth as an individual, your fulfillment as an individual. So, if work starts at 8 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. so you have a couple of hours to prep some meals and actually get your day started before all of your attention goes to somebody else's things and somebody else's life. Alright, well, we've made it to my least favorite part of the morning, and what I would consider the most difficult. So I'm gonna do 3 minutes in the ice bath. The water is around 39, 40 degrees. The chili goat here keeps the water circulating, so that's kind of the more difficult part. When I used to do this, it was in a chest freezer, so it was still water. And that was 33 degrees. I consider this actually worse. So 3 minutes in here. Just got to get it done. The main thing I try to think through is not fighting it and just submitting to the cold, allowing myself to sink into it. Stepping in is the hardest part, and then existing in that pain or discomfort or whatever you want to call it is just the responsibility from there. So we'll get to it. Takes a handful of slow breaths to kind of slow the heart rate a little bit, settle into the water. It's raining a bit this morning, so the ever so often drop that falls on my face, not the most fun, but here we are. I've accepted the terribleness, and now I'm just existing. And really the thing I try and keep in mind the most is that if I can say at this second right now that I'm okay, then I ought to be okay for the remaining seconds of the 3 minutes, but sometimes it's hard to believe. That said, there's nothing I can do about it, so I just sit here and breathe and try and remain calm. Tell myself I'm okay and then believe it. Here we are. Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, we've made it. There's the pain, but there's the relief. So, familiar place. Never fun, though. Oh my god. You fat bitch. Oh my god, dude. Skol! Skol! That's the Owen signature. Yesterday and today, it's been a little bit warmer than it was the past week or so. 60 this morning, which is a blessing. When it's a bit warmer and I get out and I know that it's 60 degrees, it's a little bit more fun. When it's like 35, it's a bit more grim, to be honest. So, indulging in the universe's gift of a little bit of warmth this morning. Alright guys, I just spent a few minutes shivering and reading over my message that I'll be saying on my running video for today. So I typically have writing that I do every single day, and then in the morning I'll kind of look back over that for what I want to talk about. Other than that, I'm about to go run, get my shoes on. I don't do anything crazy to get ready for the run. My hip, or like my groin, has been bothering me lately, so I was doing some banded exercises, but other than that, it's a pretty easy pace in the mornings. I'm not looking to break any records, but it's one more day, so that's what matters. Guys, this concept of a morning routine is just thrown around everywhere, especially on social media. And the thing you have to keep in mind is that your morning routine needs to pertain to things that actually matter to you. If there are two people doing the same exact routine, but their purpose for doing so is completely different, the result of that morning routine is going to be different. If I was doing ice bath and a run and waking up at 5 every morning because I saw someone on Instagram, it wouldn't have the result that I'm actually looking for. I do these things because it's a reinforcement of who I want to be. So if you need to be a more confident person, well, maybe make speaking and articulating your ideas a part of your morning routine. If you're lazy, well, then maybe do some things that are uncomfortable and physically difficult. But you have to match your behavior to your actual priorities, not other people's. This is top-notch production. Lately, I've been keeping the distances really short. My minimum is 1 mile, so I've been much closer to that because I am doing so much physical activity lately, including sprinting like twice a week. It becomes a lot, so I want to make sure my shins stay attached to my body. And I'm 193 pounds apparently. I was like super skinny and shredded past week, and I have been so freaking hungry, and that's the heaviest I've ever been. So I don't know, road to 200 maybe? I bet Alice Steve's March got something for me. A little extra help, a little G1M sport. I just farted there for like 9 feet straight.
How do you run this morning without a Go Gel?
You're right. Oh. Yeah, a Go Gel-less run is actually crazy, dude. And this is long distance too. We're talking a mile.
1 gel per quarter mile.
Someone has like a Camelback just going into a vat of Go Gel. I feel like I forgot everything I need to say. Do you have the kind of patience required to get what you're looking for? Because your mind might be running 1,000,000 miles an hour, but the world is not always going to operate on your level. You see, my balls would go right into your mouth in a second. And if you can't suck this all out, all right, I'll take a lap of remembrance. The world will not always operate on your level. You see, there's a skill in communicating who you are to other people, and it's a freaking hard thing to do. Most people define themselves by very simple things because they don't want to go down the rabbit hole of their own mind. But you have a much greater responsibility to never let go of who you are, but communicate that to all different kinds of people. You know, sometimes I look for perfection, but I don't think that's what it's about. Honestly, I feel like when my communication in my running videos becomes a little bit more, not casual, but just realistic in tone, I think it connects with people a little bit more. And it's hard because there's a lot going on within each message that I'm speaking in most cases. So I'm trying to kind of bring a lot of aspects of like emotion and like where I am and where the audience might be and what I'm actually trying to propose as like a positive source of encouragement. So it's often very hard to kind of encapsulate everything into one little 40-second clip of speaking. All that to say, I'm just gonna roll with that one. We'll take it. on a little post-run walk. This is kind of my morning ritual. This is where I just think about some things. It's dark, it's peaceful most of the time. I'll do a little bit of writing in my head, and then we'll wait for Monster Jam to finish up. But yeah, I just like to think about things, to put it simply, on this walk. And then when I get home, I'll do a bit of writing on my phone, just kind of in the little notes app. Just a nice quiet time to reflect. Sometimes it's a little heavier than others. Has definitely been the case lately in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's a nice way to kind of cool down from the run as well. I've gotten into walking a lot more lately. After meals, kind of midday, after the run, stay kind of loose. But yeah, it's nice. So gonna do this, think, ponder, wonder, what else is there to do? When it comes to building out a routine or implementing new things maybe into your morning routine, most people's excuse is a time thing. And I think where most people don't really put their focus is making their routine faster. So when I wake up, nobody's telling me I have to be somewhere at a certain time, but I'm very timely in carrying out my routine because it matters to me to be efficient. So when you cook the same thing over and over again, you get really good at cooking it. When you do the same little tasks in your morning over and over again, you get really fast at them. And it's not to say you should rush through everything like it's a time trial, but there is a huge aspect to being timely, and that's going to make this routine less and less of a burden as you get much better at it over time. Alright guys, I've made it into the kitchen. I'm about to start cooking up a storm. That's typically the post-run, little bit of writing and idea creation activity. And yeah, I'll get my breakfast made now, get my lunch and dinner for today also made, so I do not have to worry about it later, which is always super nice later on. And that is the morning routine. I would say this is my first chunk of really getting the day started, doing some difficult things and building a little bit of purpose into the day. So with that said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you can take some things away and apply it to your morning routine. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, that would be ridiculous, because you'd know that I post a new video every single Thursday. So make sure to subscribe and comment what you thought. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. See ya.